Hey y'all, I'm Carly and today I'm going to show you how to make my famous twice baked potatoes with gorgonzola cheese, green onion, and of course, Philadelphia cream cheese. Alright, so let's get started on our potatoes. So right here I have 4 russet potatoes that I've already cleaned and washed really well, and they're all dried off. And the reason for that is because these potatoes are so good, you're going to want to eat the whole thing. So in order to make them taste good, we have to flavor the whole outside of the potato. So I already have 2 done here, so I'm just going to take my last 2 potatoes, I'm going to put them in a little baking sheet, I'm going to take some extra virgin olive oil, and I'm going to liberally put it all over the potatoes. Get them nice and coated, kind of roll them around, get them in a nice olive oil bath. And then, over here I have some kosher salt, and I'm just going to liberally sprinkle the outside of both of the potatoes. And just kind of roll it around in the salt so that every inch of it is covered in the olive oil and the salt. And the reason that we're doing this is we're going to put it in a really hot oven so that the outside of the potato gets the skin nice and crispy. So after these are nice and covered in the salt, we're just going to take our preheated 400-degree oven, and we're going to take the potatoes not in the baking pan, we're just going to put them directly on the rack. And this is going to make sure that they cook really nice and evenly all around. So we're just going to put them in here. And we're going to leave them alone for about 35 to 45 minutes or until they're fork tender. Okay, so now that our potatoes are out of the oven, let's get started on making the filling. So the first thing you're going to want to do is be very careful because the potatoes are obviously still going to be hot because they just came out of the oven. So what we need to do is we're going to take our knife and we're just going to make a small cut on the top. And we're just going to kind of slice the top of the potato right off. Just like that. And then you're going to take this skin that comes off right here and just throw it away because we don't need that part. That part's not going in our filling. So there you go. So you can see the top is off. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that to the rest of our potatoes, and then we're going to start on our filling. Okay, so now that we have our potatoes all scooped out, we have all the potato in this bowl right here, we're going to start making our filling, which is the fun part. Okay, so the first thing we're going to add to our potatoes, I have 2 tablespoons of butter. So we're just going to add that right in. I couldn't make a dish for Paula Deen and not add butter, of course. So we're just going to mix in that butter. And of course it's going to melt really easily because the potatoes are still hot. So we're going to add that in. Next we're going to add, I have some already crumbled gorgonzola cheese. I'm going to add probably about a half a cup. You can add more or less, whatever your preference is. It's about a half a cup. Just going to mix that in. Get that nice and incorporated. Next, we're going to add the star of this dish, which is our Philadelphia cream cheese. I'm going to add about 4 ounces of softened Philadelphia cream cheese. Go right in. And next, over here I have 3 green onions that I've already chopped up. I have 1 left, so it's going to be a total of 4 green onions that you're going to want to put into your mixture. Get this chopped up here. And for me, I'm only going to use the green part of the green onion. Some people like to use the white, and you can eat the whole thing, but I just like to use the green for this dish because it has great color, and also the white part has a little bit more of an oniony flavor that's it tastes kind of raw, so we're just going to stick with the green part for this recipe. So we're just going to throw those in. There we go. And we're just going to start mixing this all together. The Philadelphia cream cheese just makes the whole filling come together so well and makes it so creamy and delicious. Alright, so that looks about good. And now we're just going to add a couple of seasonings. We're just going to add some regular salt, just a pinch or 2. You don't have to be exact. And I'm going to add some garlic powder. Again, just a touch. And also some black pepper. Okay, mix it all together one last time. There we go. And now we can start filling our potatoes. I'm just going to take our spoon. Where'd it go? And start filling them up. Now you don't have to be scared when you fill the potatoes. Don't put a small amount. You want them to kind of be overflowing so it looks really professional and appetizing. And you kind of just want to use your spoon to form like a little mound on top of the shell of the potato. Kind of just like that. And see how pretty it looks with the green onion? You can see the nice colors. Okay, so that one looks about good. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up the rest of our potatoes and then we can throw them back in the oven. Alright, so as you can see, our potatoes are looking fabulous. So it's time to put them back in the oven for our twice baked part of our twice baked potatoes. So we're just going to put them in an oven that is 425 degrees, not 400 like we baked them at. I put it up a little bit so that the top of it kind of gets a nice crisp crust on the top. And we're only going to put them in here for 10 more minutes. Alright, so our potatoes just came out of the oven and now it's time for my favorite part, time to eat. Here we go. Look how good this looks. See how it got all brown on the top? Beautiful. Grab my fork here. Let's see. So good. Twice baked potatoes are good on their own, but the Philadelphia cream cheese brings these to a whole new level. You guys have got to try this. See you next time.